Kennedy is recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Chairman, I read your editorial in the Wall Street Journal today about the Holding Foreign Companies Accountable Act. For what it's worth, I agree with most of it. It's a damn good bill, by the way, if I may say so.
I want to thank you for. I think it helps us do our job both at the SEC and at the Public Company Accounting Oversight Board.
I appreciate that. I agree with you, obviously. There's a 3-year implementation period, as you know. Foreign companies, including our friends in China, have 3 years to comply. The Senate's passed a bill reducing that to 2 years. We're having a little trouble getting the House to take it up. Would you be willing to contribute your considerable efforts to encouraging the House to take it up?
Senator, I've already had some discussions and expressed to some of the leadership over there that I support that.
Okay. Who pays corporate income taxes?
Senator, it's the corporation that pays the taxes, of course, then ultimately the owners of those corporations are the shareholders.
Corporations just is not a payor. It's a tax collector, isn't it?
Well, I'm not here as an expert on the tax code. I think the corporation
You're an expert
literally.
on corporations. I think economists are generally in agreement that the corporation is not a payer; it's a tax collector. The owners and the customers and the workers that Chairman Brown spoke so eloquently about actually pay the tax, don't they?
Well, again, I'd never want to mince words, but I think that the corporation, of course, is paying, and then the shareholders have less net income.
Don't the workers pay it too?
I think that it's a cost of the corporation. Like all costs of the corporation, those costs compete with each other. Even the cost of the real estate.
Do the workers pay it? I'm just trying to. I don't have much time. Sorry about that.
The workers pay individual income tax. Workers pay Social Security tax and the like.
I just want to be sure I understand your testimony, Mr. Chairman. You're saying that the workers are not impacted at all by the corporate income tax?
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you were asking a different question. All costs in a company compete with each other, whether it's the real estate costs or any other costs.
Are the workers impacted negatively by a corporate income tax? Real simple question.
No, I understand it, but I think it's best as the head of the SEC to leave debates about taxes to Congress. I really do think that's
I understand why you don't want to answer it. I get it. Look, I don't mean any disrespect to you. I followed your career. You've had quite a career in public service. You've made a lot of money on Wall Street. I respect that. I honor that. But as to the people and the companies that you regulate as chairman of the SEC, do you consider yourself to be their daddy?
No.
Then why do you act like it?
I try to take the oath of office seriously that the SEC is set up to promote investor protection and facilitate capital formation and that which is in the middle.
Yeah, but why do you impose your personal preferences about cultural issues and social issues on companies and therefore their customers and their workers? Like climate change and the Second Amendment. I mean, I'm sure you have personal feelings about abortion. Do you have plans to implement or impose those values on companies?
So I want to thank you for the compliment you gave me, and I've followed your career and have the deepest respect for you too, sir. I think that I am not doing that. I think what I've been trying to do is say, if investors want information about climate risk, and it looks like tens of trillions of dollars of assets under management of asking, we at the SEC have a role to put something out to notice and comment, do the economic analysis, and really see what investors are saying. It's really in that narrow set of chalk lines that we're operating.
Kennedy opens with praise, rare but brief. He highlights the Holding Foreign Companies Accountable Act and notes that China has 3 years to comply. The Senate wants it cut to 2, but the House isn't budging. Kennedy asks,
"Would you contribute your considerable efforts to get the House to take it up?"
The SEC chair says he already has. Smooth, but that was the last easy question.
Kennedy shifts gears.
Who pays corporate income taxes?
The SEC chair tries to dodge with technical language. Shareholders, cost structures, netting. Kennedy isn't having it.
He presses again and again. Do workers pay it? Are workers negatively impacted by corporate income taxes?
The chair refuses to give a yes or no, pushing it back to economists or Congress. Kennedy cuts in. I know why you don't want to answer it.
The tension is now unmistakable. Then Kennedy drops the line that froze the room. Do you consider yourself to be their daddy? The chair immediately says no. Kennedy fires back. Then why do you act like it?
He accuses the SEC of overreach, acting like a parent to companies, workers, and customers, a direct hit.
The chair defends himself, saying he takes his oath seriously, and his focus is protecting investors and facilitating capital formation.
But Kennedy isn't done.
Kennedy asks, why is the SEC injecting personal views, climate change, the Second Amendment, abortion?
He suggests the chair is imposing personal values, not investor protections.
The chair denies it, saying he only responds to investor demand. Tens of trillions of dollars in assets, he claims, want climate risk disclosures. He insists it's all about economics and transparency, nothing more.
Kennedy clearly disagrees.
The SEC chair tries to regain footing. He praises Kennedy in return, calling him someone he respects, and frames the SEC's actions as careful, analytical, and based strictly on investor needs.
This exchange wasn't just about taxes or compliance deadlines. It highlighted a growing debate over what role federal agencies should play in broader cultural, social, and economic issues. Kennedy brought heat, emotion, and sharp questions. The SEC chair tried to steady the ship. But the contrast was unmistakable.